Alrighty, all welcome back to the channel. Of course, my name is Tommy, and this here is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. And today's show is going to be all about that Bighorn infrared steak cooker that the company claims gets up to 1500 Fahrenheit, which should cook you the quickest steak you've ever had in your life. So look, on today's show, we are going to put that to test. I've got a steak, I've got some chicken, I've got some sausage, and of course, I've got some onions. We are going to throw it all on and see if this Bighorn is more than just a steak cooker. That here is what today's show is all about. Let's get this unboxed real quick. Let me show you how simple it is to get together, and then let's get to cooking. So I must have unboxed at least 100 products here at the Gallery BBQ, and I could tell you this is probably the first one where absolutely zero tools is needed. Needless to say, I am really intrigued on how this is going to go together with no tools. As we are getting this unboxed and put together, I did want to point out some highlights of this cooker. Of course, we are talking 1500 Fahrenheit with those infrared burners in just 3 minutes. This is going to be your old salamander-style top-down infrared burners. How about all the internals on this cooker are stainless steel, which means they are 100% dishwasher safe, which leads us right into that, right into the side rails, a dishwasher safe, and I love that it has multiple levels. We will quickly get the left side on and then move on over to the right side. From there, we will move right on over to our stainless steel grates, and again, the one thing I like is all the different slots, all the different levels. In theory, that should allow you to cook multiple proteins at the same time, and trust me, we are going to put that to test here on today's show. I can tell you, because I've got a camera straight on, it is tough to get these installed not crooked when you are doing it from the side. So this is our stainless steel drip tray going in, and I'm real excited to see how that angle on that tray works. And also, we got a quick look at that pizza stone. Back knob goes on, and also you're going to need one AA battery. That is going to give you the click, click, click to ignite the infrared burners. As we get that installed, I did want to point out the extra long hose that the company gives you for your propane. I have dealt with too short of hoses, makes it a hassle, so that is nice to see as we get that hooked up. So I have to tell you, so far 1, 2, 3, easy peasy as we get our front stainless steel table installed. From there, you got to hold that knob down just to get that clicking sound till it fires up, then turn it to your desired temperature, and believe it or not, we are all fired up, we are all put together, and that didn't take more than probably about 5 minutes or so. As the Bighorn is heating up, tools needed is going to be an infrared temp gauge and also a handheld gauge. And here is our proteins for today's cook. That is going to be a New York strip. We've got some thick cut chicken breast and also some Italian sweet sausage. I can tell you we are under 2 minutes and the oven is definitely hot already, and like any pit, you are going to get the proteins on that are going to cook the longest. That is going to be the chicken breast and also those sausages. We will get those in. And again, I can't stress enough how I love all the grooves on the side for all the different levels that you could use to cook. We are going to go about 3/4 down. Now, of note here, this is the first time I am using this oven, so we are going to learn it together. And I can tell you, all the way in the back of the oven where it is less closed off to the front is definitely going to be the hottest. So if you had a thicker chicken breast, you're going to want to put it back there. Same thing with any type of protein you are using. Let's push it in. Let's wait about 2 minutes and let's see how she did. So before we take that 2-minute check, I want to point out that grease, how it's slanted and how the grease all pulls to the side. That is going to stop any type of flare-ups, any type of grease fires from below, any pooling of grease. And that is our sausage after about 2 minutes or so, and I am definitely impressed on that here. At this point, we will get those sausages flipped over. Now, look, those who follow the channel know I am all about the char. What you guys may think is overcooked on the top or burnt or too charred on the top, I can tell you that is perfect for me. That is 100% my wheelhouse. I love all types of proteins charred, so I could tell you already that this oven is going to play right into my wheelhouse. Of course, that front table is going to make cleanup a heck of a lot easier, as a lot of the juices are falling on that table. Again, a quick look at that grease management system. I mean, I am definitely digging that. And that high means we are over 1,000 degrees. 650, 680 up front. And all the way in the back, high 700, middle 800. I mean, this sucker is hot, that is for sure. Believe it or not, that is about another 2.5 minutes or so. Under 5 minutes, no doubt about it. And I believe our sausages are pretty close to being done. 163, 164, 165. I mean, look at the sizzle. Look at the juice on those sausages as I pull them out. And another nice little feature that I like here is you can pull that shelf about 3/4 or 80% out, and she stays there. So she is not going to fall over, which is I was a little concerned about that, but that concern has been put to rest. Let's take a closer look at these sausages. You guys know how I like to bring you in close. You could see the juices just dripping out of that. Let's get another quick temp check. And we are showing 161, 150, 155. I'm going to push these back for about another minute or so. By then, we should be good to go. So look, as those sausages are finishing up, let's get that top shelf moved out. Let's get some onions on there. Now, I can tell you right now, these onions are probably going to take about a minute or so. I've got them salted up a little bit, and they are going to be absolutely perfection with this steak. And you can see I've got my tray in place. I mean, I'm guessing those sausages are done now. We will get them off, and they were probably 6-7 minutes or so, or maybe even a little bit less than that. We will get our chicken moved over. Look at the onions. That is under a minute right there. We will get those flipped over. And I could tell you right now, man, this has been a fun cooker to work. There has been no hiccups. It has been 1, 2, 3, easy peasy. Just work the heat, work the cooker, work the proteins. That is what it is all about. Now, I am just allowing this camera to run so you guys could see exactly what I'm doing. I am going to stack those onions a little bit, then I am going to turn my attention on over to that chicken. I did not want to split these breasts. I did not want to butterfly, and that is a thick breast right there. I wanted to cook it thick because a thick breast is going to cook the best when you are going a high heat temperature like this. The thicker breast is now going to be moved up top. We will work to get those onions off and get them on the stars of my tray. And as you could see, for me, char is flavor, and those onions are charred out nice. Again, just salted, nothing else on them, nothing else needed. And there is our chicken breast right there. That is looking pretty good. Give it a couple double flips. We will also move that up top as I bring you guys up top so we could take a look at those infrared burners together. And I can tell you it is hot. So that is what I am talking about there. We will get that moved down to the middle shelf. That's singeing. That char is okay with me. That is a little bit of extra flavor, a little bit of extra bonus. We will get those moved down, and I could tell you it is going to be time to get that steak on. And that in there is going to be a New York strip. I've only got it salted up. You are going to not want to use any pepper on it, as you are going too close to the heat source. And as you guys know, pepper burns, so you can pepper it up after the steak is finished, straight on salt. I could tell you that was only in there 2 minutes. I know because I timed it. So as noted earlier in the show, I love the different levels because it allows you to cook things faster, cook things slower, char things more, or not even char things. I will get this steak flipped out after that 2 minutes, and we will just let it go. There is my chicken breast. I could tell you that one breast is done. done at 172 or so. We will get that off. We will get that on the board. Now look, the other one's a little bit more plumper. We will just leave that in, pushed in the back. And bravo on that chicken breast. That looks absolutely incredible. Again, push that other one in the back. We've got about another 5 minutes or so, or a little bit less maybe on that breast. You just want to make sure you get it cooked to your to that safe zone temperature. Approximately another 2 minutes has gone by. This is an under 5-minute steak, and that is a pretty decent color. I would like to get a little bit more darkened, a little bit more char on it. Other than that, this has been a 1, 2, 3 cook. What I want to do here, let's get everything pulled off on the board. Let's take this in live, do that taste test, talk about it, and close out the show. Alrighty, guys, look, so that there is the Bighorn, and I got to tell you, I was so impressed by that cooker and had so much fun. I had to go all in. I had to put the hat on, and of course, I had to put the glasses on. Look, when I agreed to do this cooker, I knew I was going to put it to test. I mean, sure, it is a steak cooker. Sure, it gets up to 1,500. You pretty much know for a fact it is going to nail a steak. But look, man, there is more to eats than just steak. So I knew I wanted to cook a meal on it. I didn't do any veggies, but that would have been easy to do. There's a couple things I really like, and that is the grease management, how it's got that bend in there. Also, there's a lot of levels. I've had a few of these in the past, and there was only like 2, 3 levels. This has a lot of levels, every inch down, and you can, that just allows you to, move your food up and down and around. If they sell an extra shelf that you could buy, that would also be a plus. I would have to look into that to see if that is on the website. So you could put a steak in there and shoot for that rare, but you're gonna singe it if you put it up top, you're going to get a nice color on it. Now, personally, I like char. Some of you may not. So the thing to do there is just move it down 1 or 2 notches, right? And when you get the color you like on both sides, then you can move it all the way to the bottom and just let the cooker do the rest to bring it up to temp. Again, for me, on the sausage, if you know the channel, you know I am all about the char. Same thing with the chicken, man. Color, char is flavor for me. I threw some onions on because it is steak. Why not? Let's just go ahead and cut these open and see how we did. Now, of course, I am going for that rare to medium rare. And I'm not sure if the camera could pick it up, but we're probably medium rare on that, I would say. Maybe, yeah, I would say definitely medium rare. Let's get that taste test happening, and cheers. Oh, yeah. You can't go to a steakhouse in town and get a better steak than that. And I think I paid $12 for it. How could you beat it? It is a New York strip. Let's go in and get a nice charred out piece of sausage. Perfectly cooked, of course. Nice and juicy, you could see. Cheers. Perfection, man. You know, put some sausage in, get a little cast iron skillet, fill that up with onions and peppers. Again, you've got the levels to work, so you could put the onion and peppers up top, get a nice color on them, a little bit of char on them, flip them around a little bit, then move them all the way down below just to cook nice and slow. In the meantime, throw those sausage up, and the sausage probably only took about maybe 5, 6 minutes, and that was it. I'm going to go to the bigger piece of chicken here. We left that in a little bit longer. I could tell you the temperature on it was perfect. Slice this on an angle, thin slices. Get yourself some honey mustard, and you've got a pretty amazing meal right there. Taste test. Cheers. So, guys, the same thing on the chicken. The salt, I believe, is key for any type of high heat cook like that because, again, it just melts. It actually melts and just kind of, like liquid just pans out on the food. It's an amazing taste. You know, out of all three of these, I gotta say, unless I had a piece of bread handy with some mustard that I could put the sausage on the put the sausage on the bread with the mustard. This steak is going to win outright on this. So look, that is going to be it for this show here. This is the Bighorn, and I have to tell you, uh, 20 out of 10. It's a cooker. It's more than a steak cooker, and that is very important to a person like me. So you can cook whole meals. Also, pizza. It comes with that stone. This is a definite go, man. This is a if this is something you are looking for, and just another point, if I didn't mention it, everything on it, the shelves all come out, the side shelves, it's all stainless steel. It is all dishwasher safe. So that there is definitely a plus plus. So that is going to close out this show here. That is the Bighorn. I have all the information down in the description. I'm going to try to get you guys a coupon for the from the company, because I do believe if you purchase this with a coupon to top it off, you are absolutely going to love it. That is it for this show. I appreciate you all for watching, and until next time, we will see you soon.